Hello, everyone. My name is Robin From-Tapp, and I am a psychologist here in Crestwood, Kentucky. And today we're going to do a lake meditation. A lake meditation is a wonderful practice for anyone who wants to access their own natural peace and stability and wisdom. It is an exercise that can be used with a client, if you're a mental health professional, to help the client develop emotional self-regulation. So we're going to begin the way that we commonly begin with all meditations. You just find yourself a nice, comfortable place. I apologize in advance if my dogs start making noise. They can be rather noisy sometimes. And we get in a nice, comfortable spot. Try to sit up nice and straight, but not so much that it's a lot of work. You don't want to be super rigid and tough, but instead just kind of naturally calm and but open up your chest area. And then if you want to, the easiest way to do this is a visualization, which is a type of meditation in which you're actually creating images in your mind. And so typically we do those exercises with the eyes closed. And so if you feel comfortable doing so, I invite you just to close your eyes and begin by just taking a few deep breaths. And allow your breaths to be deep, rhythmic, and as much as possible natural. It may take a few moments for your mind to begin to settle down. That's just fine. It's no problem. And in fact, if your mind isn't eager to settle down, just allow that to occur. Don't try to force your brain to be still or any of that mess. Instead, just keep letting your attention return to your breath, breathing in, feeling your belly swell, breathing out, feeling your diaphragm relax. And just keep bringing your attention back to the breath. After a little while, you may notice your mind beginning to stabilize and relax. And if so, then we're ready to begin the next phase of this practice. And so whenever you're ready and your mind is still, and it's okay if it's not completely still, but it should feel a little more relaxed than it did when you first sat down. If it isn't that way, by the way, just go ahead and pause this video for a few moments and let your brain sort of settle. And then when you're ready, just turn it back on and start back right here. And now in your mind's eye, I invite you to see a lake. It can be a real, actual lake in the world. It can be an imaginary lake. It can be a really big lake, a small lake. Generally, lakes are found in the lowest part of an area, and so probably around the lake you'll see maybe some hills, and they may be rolling or they may be jagged peaks. If it's an alpine or glacier lake, it may have really beautiful clear blue water. It may have a wonderful emerald water teeming with life. This is your lake, and you get to choose any lake that feels serene to you. And you may notice that with your lake there is some vegetation near it, or even along the banks, or even in the water. Maybe some cattails, maybe willows or aspen, depending on your lake. And allow yourself to be fully present with this lake, almost like you're there. Maybe sitting in a nice little Adirondack chair on a dock right next to it. Maybe in a canoe. Again, it's your lake. Any is just fine. With each breath in, try to go deeper into the lake visualization, seeing it in more detail, smelling it, hearing the waves lap against the dock or the canoe. And in your mind's eye, notice that this lake is very stable. The sun goes up and the sun goes down, and the lake remains. During the heat of the day, the lake warms, and in the dark of the night, the stars are out. The moon reflects off of the glassy water. It cools. And this lake has a stability, a strength, and a peace. Notice that the winds come and the winds go, and waves may come up and waves may fall down. But the lake itself remains stable, strong, and peaceful. Notice that the seasons change. Leaves fall. Days become shorter. Nights become longer. And yet the lake remains stable, strong, peaceful. Allow yourself to really connect to the rootedness of the lake. Allow yourself to be aware that this lake has been here for a very long time and will continue to be here for a very long time. And that even as its banks, its shore change, water levels rise and drop, that there is an essence to this lake that remains stable, strong, and at peace. And with each breath in, allow yourself to feel that stability, that strength, that peace. Very good. And now in your mind's eye, allow your body to fully embody the lake. You are no longer sitting on a chair, on the deck, or in a canoe. You are now the lake itself. Your legs and buttocks are the very deepest parts of the lake. Your shoulders and arms, its bank. And your head, its surface. Allow yourself to feel the connectedness that your body has to the land that holds it. And notice that even when your mind becomes choppy by the winds of uncertainty, anxiety, or anger, that you are still rooted, connected. And there's still a part of you that is stable, strong, and at peace. In this moment, you are embodying the principles of the lake. Wonderful. And now I invite you to let the image of the lake fall away from your consciousness. And instead, at this moment, just allow yourself to sit with the experience of being stable, strong, and at peace. Even though the image is gone, you are still connected to this sensation. Your mind and body are still connected to the experience. And allow yourself to sit in that stability, strength, and peacefulness. You may find it easy to sit in these feelings. You may find it pleasant. You may find it hard to connect with these feelings, and you may be frustrated. Whichever one is the case, simply notice that. And allow yourself to continue to sit with this experience. Some people notice at this point that their body is very relaxed, and they may experience that as pleasant. If so, that's just fine. You may also notice that your mind wants to try to keep this feeling, hold on to it, make it permanent. Go ahead and notice that your mind is doing that if it is, and allow that thought to just fall away as it will. And now, as we begin to wrap up the meditation, allow your mind to come back strictly to your breath, noticing that you are breathing in and breathing out. And that your body is moving with each breath. that your sinuses are cooling, your chest and abdomen are expanding. Very good. And now I invite you to simply return to wherever you are right now. Let your mind inhabit your space. Returning to this moment. There are others around you. Notice that. If you have dogs or cats or whatever in the house, notice that there are other living beings around you. And let your mind and body come back to this moment. I want to thank you for taking the time to listen to me and to practice this meditation with me. Again, my name is Robin From-Tapp, and I hope this is helpful to you. Have a great day.